A lawyer without history or literature is a mechanic, a mere working mason. If he possesses some knowledge of these, he may venture to call himself an architect. 1 hour of life, crowded to the full with glorious action, and filled with noble risks, is worth whole years of those mean observances of paltry decorum, in which men steal through existence, like sluggish waters through a marsh, without either honor or observation. Success keeping your mind awake and your desire asleep. Each age has deemed the newborn year the fittest time for festal cheer. To all, to each, a fair good night, and pleasing dreams and slumbers light. Love rules the court, the camp, the grove, and men below, and saints above, for love is heaven, and heaven is love. We build statues out of snow, and weep to see them melt. Look back, and smile on perils past. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. For success, attitude is equally as important as ability. A rusty nail placed near a faithful compass will sway it from the truth and wreck the argosy. What I have to say is far more important than how long my eyelashes are. Of all vices, drinking is the most incompatible with greatness. The race of mankind would perish if they ceased to aid each other. We cannot exist without mutual help. All therefore that need aid have a right to ask it from their fellow men. And no one who has the power of granting can refuse it without guilt. To the timid and hesitating, everything is impossible because it seems so. If a farmer fills his barn with grain, he gets mice. If he leaves it empty, he gets actors. Discretion is the perfection of reason and a guide to us in all the duties of life. It is wonderful what strength of purpose and boldness and energy of will are roused by the assurance that we are doing our duty. What is a diary as a rule? A document useful to the person who keeps it, dull to the contemporary who reads it, and invaluable to the student, centuries afterwards, who treasures it. You once turn on your side after the hour at which you ought to rise. It is all over. Bolt up at once. He is the best sailor who can steer within fewest points of the wind and exact a motive power out of the greatest obstacles. There is a vulgar incredulity, which in historical matters, as well as in those of religion, finds it easier to doubt than to examine. Love rules the court, the camp, the grove, and men below, and saints above, for love is heaven, and heaven is love. A lawyer without history or literature is a mechanic, a mere working mason. If he possesses some knowledge of these, he may venture to call himself an architect. Faces that have charmed us the most escape us the soonest. He that climbs the tall tree has won right to the fruit. He that leaps the wide gulf should prevail in his suit. How pleasant it is for a father to sit at his child's board. It is like an aged man reclining under the shadow of an oak which he has planted. Unless a tree has borne blossoms in spring, you will vainly look for fruit on it in autumn.